Jai Hind everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge etc. Jai Hind, Historical Events of 3rd February, a journey through time of 3rd February 2025, Monday. Today is that is 3rd February, highlight in history. 1637, Tulip Mania collapses within the Dutch Republic. 1639, the House of Assembly of Barbados meets for the first time. 1690, the colony of Massachusetts issues the first paper money in the Americas. 1706. During the Battle of Frostad, Swedish forces defeat a superior Saxon Polish Russian force by deploying a double envelopment. 1716. The 1716 Algiers earthquake sequence began with an MW 7.0 main shock that caused severe damage and killed 20,000 in Algeria. 1781. American Revolutionary War. British forces seized the Dutch-owned Caribbean island Saint Eustatius. 1783. Spain-United States relations are first established. 1787. Militia led by General Benjamin Lincoln crushed the remnants of Siege rebellion in Petersham, Massachusetts. 1807. A British military force under Brigadier General Sir Samuel Hochmuty captures the Spanish Empire city of Montevideo, now the capital of Uruguay. 1809. The territory of Illinois is created by the 10th United States Congress. 1813. Jose de San Martin defeats a Spanish royalist army at the Battle of San Lorenzo, part of the Argentine War of Independence. 1830. The London Protocol of 1830 establishes the full independence and sovereignty of Greece from the Ottoman Empire as the final result of the Greek War of Independence. 1862. Moldavia and Wallachia formally unite to create the Romanian United Principalities. 1870. The 15th Amendment to the United States Constitution is ratified, guaranteeing voting rights to male citizens regardless of race. 1913. The 16th Amendment to the United States Constitution is ratified, authorizing the federal government to impose and collect an income tax. 1916. The center block of the Parliament buildings in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada burns down with the loss of 7 lives. 1917. World War I. The American entry into World War I begins when diplomatic relations with Germany are severed due to its unrestricted submarine warfare. 1918. The Twin Peaks Tunnel in San Francisco, California begins service as the longest streetcar tunnel in the world at 11,920 feet, 3,630 meters long. 1927. A revolt against the military dictatorship of Portugal breaks out at Oporto. 1930. The Communist Party of Vietnam is founded at a unification conference held in Kowloon, British Hong Kong. 1931. The Hawke's Bay earthquake, New Zealand's worst natural disaster, kills 258. 1933. Adolf Hitler announces that the expansion of Lebensraum into Eastern Europe and its ruthless Germanization are the ultimate geopolitical objectives of Nazi foreign policy. 1943. The SS Dorchester is sunk by German U-boat. Only 230 of 902 men aboard survive. 1944 World War II. During the Gilbert and Marshall Islands campaign, US Army and Marine forces siege Kwajalein Atoll from the defending Japanese garrison. 1945 World War II. As part of Operation Thunderclap, 1000 B-17s of the 88th Air Force bomb Berlin, a raid which kills between 2,500 and 3,000 and dehouses another 120,000. 1945 World War II. The United States and the Philippine Commonwealth begin a month-long battle to retake Manila from Japan. 1953. The Batepa massacre occurred in Sao Tome when the colonial administration and Portuguese landowners unleashed a wave of violence against the native Creoles known as Foros. 1958. Founding of the Benelux Economic Union, creating a testing ground for a later European Economic Community. 1959. Rock and roll musicians Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and J.P. the Big Bopper Richardson are killed in a plane crash along with the pilot near Clear Lake, Iowa, an event later known as the Day of the Music Died. 1959. 65 people are killed when American Airlines Flight 320 crashes into the East River on approach to LaGuardia Airport in New York City. 1960. British Prime Minister Harold Macmillan speaks of a wind of change, signaling that his government was likely to support decolonization. 1961. The United States Air Force begins Operation Looking Glass, and over the next 30 years, a doomsday plane is always in the air with the capability of taking direct control of the United States bombers and missiles in the event of the destruction of the SS's command post. 1966. The Soviet Union's Luna 9 becomes the first spacecraft to make a soft landing on the moon, the first spacecraft to take pictures from the surface of the moon. 1971. New York police officer Frank Serpico is shot during a drug bust in Brooklyn and survives to later testify against police corruption. 1972. The first day of the seventh day, 1972 Iran blizzard, which would kill at least 4,000 people, making it the deadliest snowstorm in history. 1984. Dr. John Baxter and the researchers team at Harvard UCLA Medical Center in the United States announced history's first embryo transfer from one woman to another, resulting in a live birth. 1984. Space Shuttle Program STS-41B is launched using Space Shuttle Challenger. 1989. After a stroke 2 weeks previously, South African President P.W. Botha resigns as leader of the National Party but stays on as president for 6 more months. 1989. A military coup overthrows Alfredo Stroessner, dictator of Paraguay since 1954. 1994. Space Shuttle Program STS-60 is launched, carrying Sergei Krikalev, the first Russian cosmonaut to fly aboard the shuttle. 1995. Astronaut Eileen Collins becomes the first woman to pilot the space shuttle as mission STS-63 gets underway from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. 1998. Cavalry's cable car disaster. A United States military pilot causes the death of 20 people when his low-flying plane cuts the cable of a cable car near Trento, Italy. 2005, 105 people are killed when Calm Air Flight 904 crashes in the Pamir Mountains in Afghanistan. 2007, a Baghdad market bombing kills at least 135 people and injures a further 339. 2014, two people are shot and killed and 29 students are taken hostage at a high school in Moscow, Russia. 2023, 2023 Ohio train derailment. A freight train containing vinyl chloride and other hazardous materials derails and burns in East Palestinian Ohio, United States, releasing hydrogen chloride and phosgene into the air and contaminating the Ohio River. Thank you very much for your patience. Request for like, share, and subscribe.